Ladies and gentlemen, it's October 27th, 2020. It's a Tuesday. It's a beautiful day, and I'm going to take a ride around and cover some roads in Norwich that I haven't covered before as part of my my project I'm working on. I've been working on. I'm going down Sherman Street, by the way. I've been working on a project, as many of you know, where I drive around Norwich, and I have a camera magnetically attached to the front of my vehicle, and as you can see, I'm recording video from the vantage point of my car, and I'm covering every street in Norwich, Connecticut. That's my goal. I have a tremendous amount of material on YouTube. If you're interested in checking out some of the other videos. But I'm going to cover some roads today that I haven't, as I've said, I have not previously covered. I'm going over a bridge that's going to be replaced, so this is historically significant. What you see right here to your left and right is temporary. It's going to be work on that bridge is going to resume start, I believe, this year or possibly in 2021. I'm on Asylum Street right now, and I'm going to take a right up Star Street in Norwich, Connecticut. It's a fall day. A lot of leaves are starting to fall down, and people are starting to rake. Yard work is on the uptick and a little heavier than normal due to the increase in falling leaves. But this is Star Street, and if I take a left, right up about here, there's a school. The name of that school is Teachers Memorial School. And the speed limit is 20 miles per hour because I'm in a school zone. And what do we have here? Global Studies. Okay. Buses only keep right. Big sign in front of me, Teachers Memorial Global Studies Magnet Middle School. Okay. I mean, I'm not familiar with this at all. I didn't go to school here as a kid. But we got to cover some territory. Let's get a look at this thing. From this angle, it's nothing special. Let's go around here. I mean, it's a beautiful school. It's just, this is the back, and it's kind of, it's just a big brick wall. They have signs on the school that say, "We care, we act, we make an impact." Nice. Really, really nice. Okay, main entrance. It still seems like I'm in the back of this school here. Where's the... Wow. School's in session. Let's see if I can swing around here. I don't know. Well, let me back up. Well, not really. It's going to be rough to get a good view of this thing. Let me swing through here if I can. Give you a look at this school. Teachers Memorial School. There it is. Some guy mowing a lawn out there. A bunch of kids to my right. I don't know if they're waiting for a school bus. They got masks on. Why do they have masks? Well, we're in the middle of a global pandemic right now. In the year 2020. And it's, unfortunately, as of late, of the past few days, weeks, it's been on the upswing. There's a lot more people getting infected, and there's a lot more people dying. It's an extremely serious situation. Anyways, that's Teachers Memorial School. We just did a quick kind of a run around the school. if anybody went there, I'm sure they'll be happy to see it. We're going to get back onto Star Street. We're going to cover some of those streets that we haven't touched yet. We got to get all these streets in the books for historic purposes. You know, I always say, and I've said it in other videos, and the real gold is when people 25, 50, 100 years from now look at these videos. 200 years from now. Okay, let's get crazy. 500 years from now. It's going to be wild to look at these things. All right, let's see. I mean, obviously, that depends on whether they exist. Okay, we're going up Newton Street. I've not been up here yet as part of my series, so this has always been in the back of my mind. I want to cover these streets and some side streets off Asylum. But as I said a moment ago, I hope these videos exist in the future. You know, YouTube. Okay, let's go down Will Road. No outlet. Hopefully there's a decent area we can turn around. But this is Will Road. But hopefully, I would assume, let's get down here. What is the name of this street? This is tough to read. I think Nash Street. I mean, I am getting into the nitty gritty. I'm really, you know, I'm doing streets that I've never been on in my life. There's a sign back here that says no dumping. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, if somebody went down there and, you know, dumped a bunch of leaves or garbage or whatever, that would be quote-unquote inappropriate, to say the least. It's a nice neighborhood back here. I've never been here, and it's really very picturesque, very well kept lawns and very beautiful homes. As we cover every single last street in the city of Norwich. This is a longer street than I had anticipated. Okay, here we go. Beautiful turnaround at the end of this thing. Okay, through the woods, you probably can't see it, but if you can just get a glimpse of some of the reflections, it's Stanton School over there. Again, lovely neighborhood. If these videos exist 100 years, 1,000 years from now, if they're archived somewhere and accessible, well, thanks for coming along for the ride. Straight ahead is a Cape-style home that's kind of decked out for Halloween, which is forthcoming in the next, this weekend. Okay, wait a minute now. West Avenue. West Avenue. I've never been up here. There's a home down here for sale on our right-hand side. Nice house. As we drive down West Avenue. And let's see, West Avenue goes into something, okay, Eagle Street. All right, and this Eagle Street connects with East Avenue. So we have West Avenue, we have East Avenue. Boy, there's some people that are really doing a great job with Halloween decorations. Another home for sale on my right. Let me take a look at this house. Nice brick home. Beautifully paved streets. Lovely, quiet neighborhood. You know, not much through traffic if you live back here. I mean, if you live back here, there's no through traffic, just people that live here. All right, straight ahead, we're going to jump back onto Newton Street. We take a right. All right, what is this on my left? Malavenda Lane, no outlet. You know, I normally wouldn't do this, but I'm doing this project. This is Malavenda Lane. Never been down here in my life. Okay, it turns into a dirt road, private property. I'm going to turn around and get out of here. Really nice big house down at the end of this road. It's really, really beautiful home. It's kind of a ranch-style home, but it looks like they put a big addition on with 2 stories. So I guess that would be considered a kind of a contemporary design. Take a left back onto Newton Street. And then we're going to take a right onto Newton Place. There's a home for sale, another one. A lot of houses for sale around here. Okay, Newton Place. Where does Newton Place go? It's a dead end. That's all right. Another nice house. There's nice houses all over the place around here. It's a really dynamite neighborhood. I mean, if you lived here, you want to go for a walk, you want to ride your bike, you know, take the kids out for a stroll, whatever. Perfect location to do so. We're zigzagging all over the place here today, folks. Let's jump back onto Newton and head down the road here and see if we can cover some more territory. It's an election coming up 1 week from today, a presidential election, as well as many local, Congress and local representatives. So you'll probably notice a lot of yard signs all over the place for different candidates. All right, now Asylum Street is dead ahead. I'm going to make a decision here. Let me think. Okay, I'm going to take a right. I'm going to cover some of the streets off Asylum. I've done Asylum. It's hard not to do Asylum when you live in Norwich. It's kind of an unavoidable throughway. It's a very nice street. I like Asylum Street. I always have. Let's take a left down Coit. A lot of nice older homes. You know, back in the day when they built a house solid as a rock. Heavy duty construction. You know, they didn't play around. Okay, as we head down Coit Street. To my right is, let's get down the end of Coit. We got to cover it all. So I'm going to continue forward. Victorian style homes around here. Okay, now that's Fairmont Street to my right. I've actually covered that before. Let's do it again. We're gonna be kind of following somewhat of a matrix, spider web pattern around here, covering everything. Here's Pearl Street. All right, let me do this. Gotta make some decisions around here on the fly. Incidentally, to my left is the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center. I did not know that. All right, let's pull in the back of this church. This is a big, huge. Let me swing way around here and get a view of this thing. I believe it's a Baptist church. I'll pull by the front of it and give you a quick look. But we got to head back. There's another interesting view of kind of back of the fire station, the Norwich Fire Department. Let me see the name of this church. It's a Baptist church. Let's see. The technical name is First Baptist Church, established 1800. How do you like that? It's been around for a while. Anyways, here's a big bus coming by. Cars are flying up the road here. I'm guessing they're exceeding the speed limit, but you know, no harm, no foul. Let's go. We got to get back onto Asylum. All right, let me cover some more of these. What do we have? On my right, Ann Street. A lot of businesses around here, which we've covered in the past. All right, I'm on Ann Street. I'm going to take a left right here on Pearl. Now, wait a minute. If I go straight, I went down Pearl. Let's see what happens if I go straight. Some kid with a skateboard to my left. Gentleman working in his yard to my left. All right, Coit again. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I already went down Coit. I'm going to back up, turn around, and finish off Pearl Street. And get that section of Pearl in the bank. So I got to take a right. There's stop signs everywhere. We got to obey all the traffic signs and all the traffic laws as we continue to produce these films, these road films. All right, if I take I'm going to take a left. Jesus Christ. Ho! That was close. Okay, let's take a left down here. This is a one-way street. And, all right. Let me slowly cruise down this. I gotta find out the name of this street. This is Maple Street. It's just gonna bring us back to Ann Street. So let's see. All right, I'm going to take a right. In front of me is Norwich Wine and Spirits, Box Westside Pizza, a hairstylist, Firestone Automotive. All right, let's see if we get this gentleman in the picture. We're going to take a right, and we're going to jump back on Asylum. We're going to cover some more side streets. Again, we're drilling down. We've done a lot of Norwich. Let's see what happens if I pull in here. Maybe I'm out of my mind for doing this. But this used to be the Lincoln Tavern, or I think it was called the Lincoln Inn, technically. Let me swing right around here. The more views we get, different angles of this and that and everything else, the better. That's just a fact. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, this used to be the Lincoln Inn right here, the back of the Lincoln Inn. Legendary, infamous Lincoln Inn was there for decades. Now it's closed. It was Strange Brew Pub for a while after Lincoln Inn, but now it's nothing. All right, we're going to take a right onto Asylum, and again, I know I'm repeating myself, but we're going to cover a lot of the side streets. I don't know about a lot. We'll cover every side street on Asylum, but some of them I've covered before. I'm not going to do those. I'm going to get the. I just in my mind I have a few that I haven't done that I want to do. We got a green light, so let's fire this thing up and see what we got. Okay. To my left is Maple Street. I've done that in the past. So we're not going to do that now. There's a street to my left, Willie Street. It's a very, very short dead end, and I would have to back out. I'm going to be unable to do that. I would have to do that really on foot. Or, bicycle or something. It's pretty narrow. All right, there's Newton Street. We came down that earlier. We covered all of that. All right, now I got to keep my eyes peeled. Whatever comes up right here. I'm going to take a right. This is called Grant Court. I believe it's a dead end or cul-de-sac, but another really nice neighborhood. Beautiful older homes, bungalow style, and many different styles. It's a terrific neighborhood. Tree-lined streets. Okay, it's not a dead end. It seems to continue on here. Grant Court. It has a nice feel, a nice old-fashioned neighborly feel to it. I mean, that's the way that I interpret the vibe I get from this this particular neighborhood in Norwich, Connecticut. Okay, let's see what happens if we drive up the road here a little bit. There's a big giant Mack truck pulling out of a side street. It's called Almshouse Lane. And, all right, the city of Norwich apparently has some form of facility down here, storage facility, or maybe they house their trucks. Whoa, this is all new. This used to be kind of a... I'm just going to turn around down here. Not 100% sure what this place is. And people kind of giving me the look over here. Wow, I see people in medical outfits over here. I'm gonna have to look into this thing. There's a name on the building. It's kind of off in the distance. I can't read it. Interesting. I think it used to be Rossler's Meats down there, but now, I mean, there's something big going on down there. All right, Norwich Repair Facility. So, the Norwich snow plows and big machinery that they use to maintain the city. Okay, that's where they're repaired. Interesting, I didn't know that. And that's on Almshouse Lane off of Asylum Street, Norwich, Connecticut. But that big business back there, that's quite a surprise to me. All right, I'll take a quick pull into this this is a Norwich Dog Park of some sort here. Let's take a look. Yeah, people bring their dogs down here. And they walk their dogs, and there's actually an exercise area down here for people. This is called the Estelle Cohen Memorial Dog Park. And there's a sign to my right that if you do 3 laps around the exterior of this dog park, it equals 1 mile. So kind of a nice place to come down for a walk. It's a beautiful park. Bring your dog. Chat with other dog owners and enjoy yourself. Okay, we're going to get back out onto Asylum and cover a few more of these tiny little side streets. It's very important for me that this project cover everything. Now this is Monroe Street. I don't think this is, I'm guessing this is a dead end as well. again, nice older homes on Monroe Street. Boy, oh boy, is this a guy's private residence? Is this a full-blown street? Can I get out here? I have no idea. It looks like a one-way street. I appear to be going into a... Nope, I gotta turn around. The Yannick River straight ahead. The falls are down there. It's getting tricky backing out of here. I don't want to go too far down the road here. All right, I'm going to turn around in this person's driveway, which I don't have much of a choice. But anyways, if we're going to cover everything, well, Monroe Street's part of the bargain. And we did it. Beautiful. Glad we got it. Glad we got it. Let's take a right. Look at that cool house straight ahead up on that hill. You know, I never noticed it before because I've never been down Monroe Street. Now I'm looking up. I've never had this vantage point. But that is really nice. Again, I'd say that was built probably in the 1920s, I'm guessing. To my right is Asylum Street Pizza, a very well-known pizza place in pizza parlor in Norwich, Connecticut. It's been there for as long as I can remember. This is important. Western Avenue. I'm going to take a left. I'm going to go up Western Avenue. Nice houses. Really nice house on my left. And we got a 25 mile per hour speed limit up here. Incidentally, it's 2:13 p.m. as we drive up Western Avenue. Looks to be duplex homes up here. And there's also some side streets that I'm going to go straight down the end of Western. Let's see where that leads. That could be a dead end, which is fine because it seems to have a very large turnaround. Yep. Beautiful. There's a big field out there. I don't know if that's a baseball field or it's off in the distance. Anyways, more duplexes on my right. People have pumpkins out. It's, again, Halloween this weekend, upcoming weekend. I'm taking a right onto Overlook Road. And then I just, very quickly, Kennedy Drive is on my right. This looks to be some form of housing complex. It is a smoke-free facility up here, which is interesting. I'm going to guess that this is potentially elderly housing. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm taking an educated guess, otherwise known as a theory or a hypothesis. Then again, I could be wrong. I mean, I frankly have no idea. But they're all brick. There's multiple units. And we seem to have a very good view on a nice sunny day of what they look like. The backs of other homes, we're going to have to go up those streets. I mean, if we're going to cover it all, we got to do it. Okay, we're on Sullivan Drive, so a lot of these little side streets kind of fit together in a pattern. Again, if I had a drone view of all this, an aerial view, it would be interesting. Overlook Road, Fairview Avenue. I mean, there's a whole host of. I didn't know this neighborhood was that big. I mean, this is huge back here. There's a basketball court to my left. All right, we reached the end of the road. I got to turn around. See if I can pull this off without driving on the sidewalk. Nope. Now, if you'll notice, I don't know if this camera is going to be able to pick it up or not. Let me zoom in on this thing. That's as good as I can do right there with this camera. The basketball hoops have been removed by the city of Norwich because they don't want kids playing basketball. Basketball obviously is a contact sport. Everybody's in close proximity to each other, and they can transmit the coronavirus, COVID-19, to each other, and it could, spread to other people. And they're trying to avoid that, obviously. But that's the reason that you see that. Okay, Carlson Street. I'm not going to go right because there's nowhere to go. It's pretty much a dead end. More duplex homes in this neighborhood. As we drive down, I'm going to take a right. I believe that's going to bring us to an exit, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we covered that neighborhood pretty well. I mean, I would consider that a comprehensive sweep of the Western Avenue neighborhood. Straight ahead, there's a home with solar panels on the roof. This being the year 2020, it's becoming more and more popular. I'm sure if you're watching this 100 years into the future, everything's either powered by solar or some other form of energy that us folks here living in the year 2020 have never heard of yet, or never will hear of, because we'll all be deceased. 100 years from now, will everybody in the world be deceased? No. There'll be a handful of people alive, but any adult, such as myself, will be no longer among the living. To my right is the Yannick River. It's bone dry. We haven't had very much rain. We got some rain in the forecast Thursday and Friday, but the Yannick River's, it's nothing but a trickle right now. I'm going to go up here and cover a street that I have not covered. It's been on my mind. It's a tiny little, probably a dead end as I drive up Asylum Street. But it's, guys, I mean, we got to cover it. It's part of the project. I set out to do the mission of covering every street in Norwich from the vantage point of a motor vehicle. Thank you. And I'm doing it. Some guy just let me go. A real nice guy. All right, this is Turnpike Park. This is one of the streets that I said to myself, we can't leave anybody out. Turnpike Park's a nice street. There's nice houses up on Turnpike Park. Sure, it's a dead end. That's fantastic for the people that live here. I mean, you can see the leaves in front of me. I mean, I honestly can't see the road. It's nothing but leaves. And there's some really nice older homes up here. Again, never been up here. I can't say never. I mean, maybe at some point in the past I've been up here, but I can't remember being up here. Let's leave it at that. This is a view that we're on a hill, and it's kind of looking over towards, I guess to your right would be kind of the Bacchus Hospital area. Straight ahead, Norwich Town Mall area. Let me think this over here. Okay. I'm going to take a left. This might not be the most exciting, some of these back roads can be a little bit less than exciting, let's put it that way. But, I'm not knocking it. The neighborhoods are actually quite nice, but... Alright, what's that? Cranberry Pond Road. Thank you. I'm gonna go down, Dudley Street. That's where we are right now. And, okay, there's a couple of little streets down off of New London Turnpike that I have not covered yet that I want to do. So let's head up there. I mean, this is a nice day. Nice sunny day. You got beautiful white puffy clouds in the sky. Right now it's 64 degrees. You know, you just kind of cruise down the road, real peaceful, real quiet, minimal amount of traffic. I mean, on Dudley Street right now, I mean, I own it. There's nobody here. It's a quiet street. If you live on Dudley Street, you don't have to worry about traffic. That's for sure. All right, as we go down the road here, things open up a little bit. It's a former farm, I think. Maybe it's currently operational to my right. What else we have? Yeah, we have Montessori School to my left. There's a few cars over there. Gifford Street to my right. We've covered that. We did a comprehensive sweep of Cherry Hill a couple of weeks back, and Gifford Street was on there. So we're going to jump back onto New London Turnpike, and we're going to cover a couple of the streets that I've been wanting to cover in the past. I mean, this is bringing us back towards Newton Street. We were there earlier, but there's a couple little neighborhoods I think that we missed in the past, and we can't do that. We can't neglect any of these neighborhoods in Norwich. If I'm not mistaken, it's coming up right here on my right. It's called Gardner Acres Road. Another really nice neighborhood in Norwich, Connecticut. Norwich has a lot of very nice neighborhoods. They're all over the place. It's a big city. I mean, it's not a big city. You know, it's a medium-sized city, but it covers a lot of territory. Let's put it that way. Anyways, Gardner Acres Drive. All nice homes, well-maintained properties. People, I mean, look at this guy's lawn with those nice stripes. People maintain everything, exhibiting pride of ownership and dignity and respect for each other. Every house in the neighborhood is perfect. All the homes, all the windows, all the siding, all the lawns, all the driveway, everything's just, it's like something out of a Hollywood movie. It's perfect. Let's take a right back on to the London Turnpike. A couple more streets. I'm kind of doing a little freewheeling here off the top of my head. Of things that I just know for a fact that I missed. To my right is All Friends Animal Hospital. I'm going to take a left. This is going to be down Thomas Avenue. I believe it's a dead end. Yeah, it is, but that's good because you know what? It's got to be covered. Dutch colonial home to my right. Looks like it's been completely vinyl sided. Beautiful lawn mowed and green grass. Very, very nice up here. The house, again, Norwich is loaded with some really nice homes. Okay, now I got to figure out a way to turn around up here. Let's see. Well, let's throw this thing in reverse and do it that way. Might make life a little easier. Because I saw an area out here that I can turn around right here. Okay. Let's see now. We've got to get back out onto New London Turnpike. Thomas Avenue is in the books. This is going to be a little dicey because there's a big wall to my left. Visibility is not the greatest. To my right, I'm clear. To my left, okay, let's do it. Fantastic. Let's take a left up Ford Avenue. I think I've covered this before, but I'm not 100% sure. So I don't want to take any chances, and let's grab it because we're right here. So we're gonna just do this. Wow, we have a home, beautiful little home. Again, another nice neighborhood to my left. Oh, back there, it's a Cape Cod style home on Ford Avenue. Okay. Really cool house down here to my left. I don't know what style that is, but it's just a visually appealing design. Looks to be built, I'm going to say that 1930s. Okay, what is this? This is tough to read. I think it says Lucifer Court, I think. Or wait a minute, let me see if my GPS picks it up. Sometimes it doesn't because these streets are so tiny. I'll try to get a look at it. Some of the signs, unfortunately, are a little bit weathered and tough to pick up. All right, I'll be jumping onto Pinecroft Road. It looks like it says maybe Juniper. Yeah, it's called Juniper Court. Which is going to bring us back out onto Pine Street. I got a decision to make here. All right, let's take a right on Pine. And there's another little area, a couple of areas I want to cruise up to. All right. This is going to bring us back out onto New London Turnpike. The end of this street to our left is going to, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be the East Great Plains Fire Department. Yep, there it is on the left. You might not be able to see it. There's big shrubs there. Anyways, I got to get out back onto this kind of busy area. Now, if I get lucky, this guy steps on a gas. I don't believe it. I made it. That can be a tricky spot. All right, we're at a red light here on New London Turnpike. Mobile gas station, Chucky's to my right. To my left, there's the old Shell gas station. It's been closed down for many, many years, and it's kind of just sitting there, and I don't know. I'm assuming somebody will develop it, but it's probably been that way for 20, 25, 30 years, so I don't know. I wouldn't get my hopes up. We have a green arrow. If I can make this, I got it made. If not, I'm going to be stuck here for a while. Looks like we made it. Get some video of some more of the congested areas in the Norwich East Great Plains area. But I'm going to head up. I want to cover some territory that I haven't covered. There's a neighborhood off of, I believe it's Elizabeth Street Extension. And it's a significant neighborhood. It needs to be covered. We can't ignore it. I mean, we're on a mission here, and it's very important that we cover all our bases. As the green light gives the signal for us to proceed. Beautiful day, as you can see. And there's a whole host of businesses in here. I've covered West Main Street a couple of times in the past, several times in fact. So we take a right on Dunham Street and we head up into that little area that I mentioned moments ago. Actually, let me take a small little pit stop down here. This on my left, I've never been down here, but this is, it says Center for Hospice Care, Southeastern Connecticut, celebrating 30 years, speed limit 10 miles an hour. Big sign out in front of the hospice center. It says 10 miles per hour, slow. Signs all over the place, speed limit. Incredibly restrictive due to the fact that it's hospice tends to be end of life care. And I don't know if there are actually patients living here or this is a treatment center of some sort, but there it is. Beautiful facility. As I cruise around at 10 miles per hour. Okay. We're going to jump back onto Dunham Street. And we're going to go to... Whoa. That gentleman was flying by at a pretty good rate of speed, which is all well and good, I guess. I mean, he may be in a big hurry. Maybe there's an emergency going on. I don't know. Here we go. I'm going to take a right up Elizabeth Street Extension. Okay, it says Uncas School with a big arrow. And there's a girl driving by me, talking on her cell phone, which is illegal, but whatever. Okay, there's a big neighborhood here, multiple streets. Let's see if we can cover this territory. Westwood Park. This is a dead end. Speed limit is 15 miles per hour up here. This is the Thomas Dorsey building, straight ahead. It appears to be housing of some sort. This is a housing development. I'm going to take a guess and say it's potentially elderly housing, but I don't know that. Anyways, there's a look at it as I turn around. Multiple units back here. It's another smoke-free facility. So if you live here, you can't smoke. people with masks. Good to see. Let's take a right. All right, so that's Westwood Park. We'll take a right up here. Let's keep going. What do we have here? School zone ahead, fines doubled. And the speed limit just increased to 20 miles per hour. Okay, there's a sign to my left that says Uncas. There's apparently a school back here. Uncas Elementary School. Okay. Student pickup only. There it is, Uncas Elementary School. I'm just going to do a really, really quick drive around this facility. Let's point this thing in here. Uncas Elementary School, home of the Wolves. Big sign up there. A lot of oak trees back here. As we proceed to the exit of Uncas Elementary School. And we'll take a left and do some more exploring. It says dead end. That's okay. We don't care. Again, smoke-free, quote-unquote, facility. I mean, to me, this looks like apartments, but it has the moniker of a facility. Straight ahead, private property, no trespassing. I have no idea what that is, but obviously we're not going to broach the private property landmark. And we're going to try to just turn around and cover some more of the little side streets in this neighborhood. Okay, let's take a look. All right, end school zone. We're going to take a right. Pembroke Avenue. This is Pembroke Avenue right here. Duplex homes to my left and to my right. This is a single family. A couple of single family homes on my left. This person is, I don't know what they're doing. They're not looking. So somebody driving, that woman back there was driving and not looking. Interesting. Okay. Make note of that. As we proceed down this hill, and there appears to be another, I wonder if this is another smoke-free facility. It's called Stanley Place. And I'm going to take a right. Let's see, should I turn in here? Yeah, why not? I'll just turn in and make a quick thing. Westwood, let me read the sign when I turn around. I'm going to turn around here. This is a smoke-free facility. Anyways, there's a good view of some more of that neighborhood straight ahead. There's a sign out in front. Again, it's a little bit weathered. But I'm going to try to read it. Let's see. Oh, Eastwood Court, Stanley Place, Norwich Housing Authority. So this appears to be city housing. And it's all in really, really pristine condition. Okay, back onto Dunham Street. It's another area I want to cover. It's down here on our left. And it's on Westledge Drive. And there's a big apartment complex going in here. Several years ago, there was a fire up here that took out an entire apartment complex. Nobody died, but it was a massive fire. This is absolutely beautiful, this new construction. They've been working on this for a long time. But I mean, now they're really getting into the home stretch. Things are looking real good. Let me see if I can swing this thing around, get a decent view of that complex. I mean, this will be a good shot for historic purposes. I bet a year from now, this is going to be fully occupied. Anyways, that was Peachtree Apartments, I believe it was called, and it burned to the ground, and I mean to the ground. And this is the structure that's replacing it. It's really, really nice. As I back out of here. Zlotnick Construction. Okay. I don't know if they're the guys that are actually doing the construction of the building over there, or if they're responsible for the fencing, or I really don't know, but whoever it is appears to be doing a beautiful job. All right, let's see here. Let me take a left. I've covered tons of territory today already. And we got a moped turning here. We got trucks and people. We got stuff going on all over the place. Okay, let me think. Are there any little side streets that I might have missed? Off the top of my head. There's some little tiny ones like Albert Street to my right, but it's literally, I mean, it's a foot long. There's no sense. George Street is to my right. It's the length of 2 cars. I mean, I would have to get out there and back up. There's something called Potter Street to my right. Again, 4 or 5 car lengths and you're done. We're kind of in the Thamesville section right now. And I'm on Dunham Street. I'm going to be jumping onto West Thames Street. But I'm at a red light. Okay, turn green. The person in front of me does not have a signal on. You're supposed to have a signal as to whether you're going to turn left or right. I mean, it's, obvious. Okay, let's cruise down here a little bit. Gonna head down toward the city of Norwich. Oh, got a school bus right smack in front of us. Schools are in session. Kids wear masks. They use social distancing due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, let's head down the road here. Hopefully we're not going to have to stop every so many feet due to this school bus. But if we do, we do. I mean, that's reality. We're recording reality. Meineke Car Care Center to my right on West Thames Street. So we very delicately go around this corner. Bus driver taking every precaution necessary to protect the safety of the children on board. City of Norwich to my right. Norwich Police Department building, the main headquarters to my right. Right there. Norwich Police Department. American ambulance to my left. I'm going to take a little turn down the road here. I'm going to take a right. And I'm going to turn into the area where the Norwich Transportation Center exists. It's a giant parking garage that was put in a few years ago. And if I'm lucky enough, I can maybe drive up the thing, get a view. And see what's going on. We have not been up there. Right now we're looking at the back of a big school bus with cars driving down West Main Street. From my left, driving to my right. Over a bridge that was constructed in 1985. I remember when they put that bridge in. Seems like it was yesterday, 1985. Imagine that. We got a green light, so we're going to head over to the garage, transportation center. I mean, the bottom line is a parking garage. They call it a transportation center. The thing right in front of us. It's a big parking garage. Thayer Marine Boats, Bait, Tackle. A really nice old building right there. And there's a woman in a mask looking at her phone. That pretty much encapsulates the year 2020. Staring at your cell phone while wearing a mask. Okay, how do we get up this thing? I don't know what's going on down here. I've been down here before. I've covered it, but they seem to be modernizing some of the buildings down here. Norwich Transportation Center, free parking. Okay, it's free. Can't beat that. Caution, height limit 7 feet. So if you got a big truck or you got something that exceeds 7 feet and you ever want to come down here, I don't recommend it. All right, so I'm assuming the camera is going to adjust for exposure. So to me it looks kind of dark in here, but to you guys right now it probably looks okay. Let's go right up to the top. That little sliver, you probably won't be able to see. It's probably all super bright light, but there is a bridge directly in front of us. There's the Thomas Sweeney Bridge. There it is. Have you ever wondered what it looked like inside this parking garage? This is it. We're climbing way, way up here. All right, let's see if we can get a couple of different angles up here. A couple of views, maybe through that screen. I don't know if my camera's high enough. Maybe not. That's, the Norwich Fire Department's up there and a bunch of other businesses. Again, I'm not 100% sure if you can see that or not. Let's go over here. What else do we have? We'll try to get a bunch of different views. That round structure, I believe, is a sewage treatment plant. Okay, let's take a look. All right, let's point this thing right out of one of these windows. See if I can. I hope it's, again, I hope this camera. I'm going through a kind of a screened window. This is the marina. Boats and police department to the right. That's pretty cool. All right, so we get a little bonus activity up here that I didn't really expect. But I'll take it. Wonder if we can get a better view over here. Let's see. I mean, we're way up here. Another view of the marina right there. Definitely an interesting perspective. All right, let's get a good view of this parking garage. We're way up on top. Nice. I mean, they really did a beautiful job. I'm going to take a second to change the battery on this camera. Okay, let's take a short little pit stop right about now. All right, I just changed the battery. Let's see if we can seamlessly edit these pieces of video together as we exit this Norwich Transportation Center parking garage. So what am I going to do now? I did what I really set out to do today. Let's get another view up here. We can maybe peek through some of these windows. I don't know what's out there. It's nothing too exciting, but whatever. We're here. Okay, I guess to add to this video, I mean, I can do some freestyle, freewheeling, driving around. Let's take a look out this little window right here. This is probably going to be another view of the marina through a screen window. I mean, to the naked eye, it doesn't look too exciting, but I figure I'm here. Why not? Okay. Let's roll out of here. All right. I mean, there's buildings to my right that used to be dilapidated, broken down structures that are now all fixed up. I think there's, I don't know, I see boat engines in there. So maybe it's housing some of Thayer's marina. Maybe he's selling boats out of that building. I don't know. I honestly do not know. Oh, wait a minute. Thayer's Marina, Studio 17. There's some kind of a design studio in there. There's a major kind of a bus stop right here. Goes back and forth to the Mohegan Sun Casino as far as I know. All right, let's take a left. This will bring us into the city, which I've done a million times in the past, and I'm not going to do that again, but we'll take a left up here. Actually, let's go straight up Church Street again. The Church Street apartments, they're called the Terraces. They're really beautiful. Award-winning restoration of old, vacant buildings many, many years ago that were rehabilitated from top to bottom in such pristine fashion that they won a national award. To my right is the former Dunkin' Donuts, which is still closed. After all these years, they left, and nobody ever took over the building and opened another business, which is surprising. Anyways, we're on Church Street right now. All right, I got to cover a little bit more tricky territory. Let's go up here. What is this? This is like going up a mountain. This is Coit Street. I mean, my car is, the transmission's definitely doing a lot of shifting right now. Okay, this is going to bring us up to School Street. I want to take a right. And this is going to be one heck of a turn, but I think I can do it. Yep. All right. I'm basically, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a left. I'm going to turn around up here. There's something called Harborview Lane. Is that an actual... I mean, is this a place that... Let's go up here. Another discovery of something that I basically, essentially did not know existed until now. These are obviously, I don't know, either apartments or condominiums or, you know, it's some form of dwelling where people live. Paddock Lane, they're all marked. Let's see, I gotta turn around up here. I'll turn around right up at the end here. But we're way up on a hill. What I'd like to do is I'd like to swing around and if I get lucky, we're going to get a real good view of the harbor in Norwich. All right, let's take a right. We're going to, I mean, these buildings all look the same. They're really, really beautiful, but why not cover them all if you can? So that's Harborview Lane. All right, I'm going to take a left. There's a big garbage truck coming. Okay, there you go. As I swing around here, you're going to be able to get a really good panoramic view of the Norwich Harbor area. There it is. I'll go very, very slowly. And nice cloudy day. I'm going to take a left. I'm on Cedar Street right now, very steep. I'm going to take a left onto School Street, and we're going to get on another really, really steep hill, I think, if I'm not mistaken. If you live up here, you got one heck of a view. Big church to my right. All right. Yeah, I'm going to take a right down Schoolhouse. I don't know if it's Schoolhouse Road or Schoolhouse Street. Well, we don't have the greatest view. We got a view of a church. Maybe, I don't know if that's currently operational or not, but it's an interesting perspective. Let's state that fact. Okay, this is a one-way street, so I'm going to go left. And we'll get a really nice view of the Norwich City Hall building right there. We've done it before. The building was constructed in 1873. It's an architectural marvel. But there it is. I mean, given a chance to see it, to look at it again in any video is something that I wouldn't pass it up. As we proceed up Broadway right now, to the left and to the right are homes that were built in the late 1800s and the early 1900s. Many of them are gigantic. I mean, to the right you'll notice the columns on the homes. I mean, those are some, you know, back in the day, when they were first constructed, were amazing. Let's go down Huntington Place again. I've done it before, but the weather is so nice today. This is kind of a special little situation we got down here. If you look straight ahead, you see the two Victorian homes right straight ahead of us. They kind of mirror each other. They're different colors. They're painted different colors right now, but they mirror each other. And I always thought that was really interesting. Again, the houses on these side streets around the city of Norwich are historic, important structures that were built by some of the greatest architects in Connecticut at the time, New England at the time. Some of these homes date back to the early 1800s, maybe some to the late 1700s. There's one on my right over here. Let me take a look and see if there's a plaque out in front of it, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was built in the 1700s. Let me see if I can get a real quick glance. I can't, well, it's an award-winning home, restoration and everything, but I couldn't see the date it was built. It looks to be the late 1700s, but I don't know for certain. We just went past St. Patrick's Cathedral. It's an incredible, very architecturally significant church. And let's see here now. Let's go down Crescent. I'm just making it up as I go along. This is just a little joy riding around here. My mission early in this drive was to cover Newton Street and the roads connected to Asylum Street, which I did do. Actually, I'm going to go straight. And there's one street down here that's kind of neat. Whether I covered it or not in the past, I'm not 100% sure, but let's do it right now. It's called Joseph Perkins Road. It's parallel to Norwich Free Academy, which I believe is currently closed to the public due to the fact that, COVID-19 and the coronavirus is on the uptick. Hospitalizations are way up and people are dying. So they shut it down. Can I go in here and turn around just to get a glance at the school, or is somebody going to basically kick me out of here? I have no idea. Campus security, just what I don't need. Okay. Well, I got to get out of here. This is a new parking lot. I mean, it's not brand new, but it's relatively new. Alright, I don't want to get busted by security. I have these guys swarming all over me because I got a camera attached to my car, and they think, oh, what's he doing? This is very suspicious, I mean, it is suspicious. It's definitely not something that's that you see every day, that's for sure. But let's take a right. And we'll go down this street, which we've covered in the past, but I got a camera attached to the front of my car, so we're going to pick up whatever it is we're doing, and wherever it is we're driving, it's being recorded as we speak. Let's go crazy. Let's take a ride up through Mohegan Park. You know what? Glad I came up here. Just hit me. I don't think I've ever been up Butternut Drive with this as part of my road project. And that's something that's very, very important to this city. Butternut Drive happens to be a no-outlet road that's quite lengthy and absolutely beautiful homes up here. Very unique construction up on a lot of the homes on Butternut Drive. I mean, these things cost some serious dollars back in the old days to construct. A lot of flat roofs, multi-level homes. This is kind of the adjacent to the Mohegan Park area. Looks like some property for sale on my left. Big, beautiful home to my left. It's all made out of field stones. Big brick house to my right. So, you know, you're in the country, you have a country atmosphere out here. But realistically, you're 5 minutes away from major shopping centers, 5 minutes away from Bacchus Hospital, 5 minutes away from the city of Norwich. You know, it's a great location. It's quiet up here. No through traffic. Nobody bothers you. Look at that nice brick house to the left. Big, beautiful home. Solid as a rock. And this is Butternut Drive in Norwich, Connecticut. We did not cover this, and we're covering it now. Boy, I'm glad we did. I mean, the house on the left of me is, I characterize it as a mansion. It looks to be maybe 6,000 square feet plus. Everybody's got political signs, you know. Again, there's an election 1 week from today, a national presidential election. It's an election year. And a lot of people are just, you know, supporting their candidate with signs in front of their homes. Very windy road. So, you know, you're not going to have to worry about anybody flying up here and speeding or anything. You can't. Gentleman walking his dog to my left. Came out of the woods. Looked like a big trail. My assumption it's connected to Mohegan Park. All right, we're going to cruise very quickly through Mohegan Park. I have some comprehensive videos on my YouTube channel that cover Mohegan Park extensively, so we're just going to drive through. Rose Garden to my left. One of the nicest rose gardens in New England. Big giant water tower directly in front of us. Again, basketball court with no hoops, so you can't play basketball. The efforts to minimize COVID-19 from spreading from person to person, those efforts continue as we drive through Mohegan Park. Technically, right now, we are on Judd Road, but now we're jumping onto Mohegan Park Road. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. I believe it's Mohegan Park Road. Let me get a look at this GPS. Yeah, we're on Mohegan Park Road right now. Some people right up ahead of me on the left, walking. Going out for a walk. They look to be like young adolescent boys out for a walk on a beautiful day. Let's take a left up Wilderness Road. on a beautiful autumn day in 2020. Now these people to my right are walking up this hill, and they seem to be going at a decent pace. I've done it. That's a tough, tough hill. When you get to the top of this thing, you're winded. I don't care what shape you're in. But you're also happy because you're done with the big hill. It kind of flattens out a little bit up here. Flattens out right here. And you kind of, get happy for maybe a minute or two. Then you get this other little hill right here. I've done it a million times. My wife and I walk up here. It's beautiful. And once you're done with that hill, boom, you're right here. It's fantastic. Let's take a left on John Edwards. Let me get this correct. John Edwards Drive. This is going to bring us out to... I'm going to sweep through here again. I've done it before, but I'm going to do it again. Today's a little nicer day than the last time I was up here. I'm going to pull into this little parking lot here, just right there. Kind of gives you a view. It's a big, giant... let me see if I can get this vehicle so it can get above this little metal barrier in front of me. That's a view of Kelly Middle School. The Jacqueline Owens Auditorium is connected to that school, or that's the name of the auditorium, connected to Kelly Middle School. It's a big soccer field and track directly in front of us. And I think it's worthy of... again, I've done it before. I just think it's worthy of taking another look. Robert W. Spain basketball courts to my left. And kids hanging their heads with a basketball in front of them because there's no hoops. And they can't play basketball. I'm on Mahan Drive in Norwich, Connecticut right now. To my left, Kelly Middle School. To my right, the Norwich Senior Center. To my left, approaching, is Norwich Technical School. One of the better technical schools in Connecticut. Skateboard park to my right. We're heading to Ox Hill Road. I'm going to take a left on Ox Hill Road as the leaves start coming down in mass quantities. All right, we've done Ox Hill before, but we've never done it on October 27th of 2020, I can tell you that much. There's only one day like today, and the video we're capturing is making a permanent record of that day, and I find myself at a red light on Ox Hill Road as we have a pretty decent view on a fall day of some foliage. Straight ahead. We're in the Norwich town area right now. As we slowly drift down Ox Hill Road. All right. Going to proceed forward. Let's take a right. home for sale on my right. Real estate market right now is red hot due to low interest rates. Will that last forever? Of course it won't. If you're selling a home right now, are you going to get a good price for it? And homes that were for sale for quite a while are all flying off the market. Some homes are listed for literally a day, and they're sold instantaneously that day. And we are currently on East Town Street. And as we cruise down the road on East Town Street, on a beautiful day in October of the year 2020, I think it's about time we call this this little mission to an end. They're painting the First Congregational Church in Norwich, by the way, to my right. But I think it's time to pull a plug on this drive. We've done quite a few very important streets that I wanted to cover, and I did, and I'm happy. That was my goal. I did it. I threw in some extras. We did the parking garage down in the city of Norwich, and a few other neighborhoods, Elizabeth Street Extension, and looked at the new apartment building they're building over there, and where Peachtree Apartments used to be. So we're going to end it right here, folks. Thanks for joining me.